Hello, Facebook family. Hello, hello. It's Thursday at 1 o'clock, and here I am, Erin here, and I am so excited to share with you this week's Thursday Facebook Live video. So this week we're going to focus on the power of words, but I'm not going to get started right away. I wanted to give you guys just a couple quick updates in my life and how awesomely amazing the week has been. If y'all are living in Austin, you know it's been sunshiny and gorgeous and just so amazing. I hope you've been enjoying it too. So that's like a big win for the week. Also, this week, a really beautiful day. I got to go and do some filming for the Unify Global Sisterhood, and that was such an amazing opportunity, and thank you so much for that. I'm going to post some pictures so you guys can see those in the comments below. But that was really fun, and it's just about sharing blessings all over the world and having women come together and connect with each other and honor each other and celebrate. It's just a beautiful thing, kind of similar to celebrating the wins from last week. Which, by the way, if you joined us last week or the week before, if you watched those videos, give me a couple thumbs up, a couple of likes if you enjoyed them, and definitely put comments if there's something else that you'd like me to cover down below. I'd really appreciate that. And I check that out also after the videos have aired. So if you have questions, I can still respond to that in video land, digital land. So please do add your thoughts. Excellent. And then the other thing I wanted to ask for your support on this week in Wins, I've updated my Patreon page, which is a monthly giving platform for people who are artists. And of course, I would love for you to give. But what I'm really asking for right now in relation to today's video about words, if I could get your feedback on that. So I'll put the link down below to my Patreon page. If you're willing to do that, I would love it. I've been putting some words out there and kind of getting my eyes crossed. So I would love some feedback from some community. If you can support, that would be great. Excellent. So I would like to go ahead and get us started. Hello, everybody who's here. I'm really glad to see you. And everybody who's here in watching this in replay, I'm so glad you're here too. We've got a great thing to cover today. We've got the power of words. And y'all probably know I'm so excited about using language. And I wanted to start off by telling y'all why I think it's so important and why I use it and study it and practice it continuously in my life. So you probably saw the quote maybe on my Facebook page from Albus Dumbledore. Words are our most inexhaustible source of magic, capable of inflicting an injury and remedying it. And this is so true. This is so amazingly true with words. We are actually creating our thoughts with words also. So when I say words, I don't mean just writing them or speaking them. I also mean the words that we're thinking. Those are all different levels of how we're engaging with words. And it's really important that we do so consciously. Thanks, guys, for the loves and likes. I appreciate that. And you're right. Consciously thinking about what we want to be thinking about and letting go of the old shadows of the past where we're thinking about things that are negative to us. We can actually switch those out by playing some games. So I'm going to share that with you guys today. Some ways to kind of interrupt the negative thinking, and I'll even have some games that you could even play. I'll send you a download as well. So stay tuned for that at the end of this video, and I'll have that information for you. So one of the things about our words and how they impact our thoughts, you'll probably notice, our feelings. You'll probably notice that when you think something like maybe some sort of like worry, right? And then that impacts your feeling in your body. Now that also is impacting your biology. You actually can get addicted to the chemicals that are released from the feelings that you're having based on your thoughts. And you can get addicted to the chemicals that are ones that feel good, and you can also get addicted to ones that feel bad. It's a really interesting thing. And so when we are consciously choosing our words, choosing our language, and upgrading it over time, we're going to think better and better and better thoughts. Thoughts about ourselves that are more loving, thoughts that are encouraging to ourselves. It's basically like speaking to yourself as if you were a really loving parent to your own self. So this is a process, and it can help you upgrade your not only your own biology, like your physical body. It has a huge impact on that. I have a story on that in a second, and then it also impacts like what our choices are. It impacts what it is that we're actually doing with our life and the quality of life that we're having. So I think it's really important to focus on using positive language, conscious language, nonviolent communication. There's so many different systems that you can study. But for me, I have three really practical ways that you guys can apply this. Before I do that, I want to talk to you about how I discovered the power of words. It feels a little vulnerable to share this, but I'm going to. So so when I was younger, I used food to keep people away from me, and I was addicted to the feelings and sensations that came with that to numb myself. And I just realized that I wasn't really loving myself, y'all. I realized that I was saying negative thoughts to myself all the time. And when this really hit home for me, is I saw myself in the mirror, and the thought came into my head, "You're so stupid." And you just see how my face wrinkled up like that. I kind of laugh because I don't think that hardly ever anymore, and now I laugh at it. But my face in the mirror wasn't this face of like this meanness, like "you're so stupid." It was the hurt one. It was the one who heard that. And in that moment, I had this seriously solid proof that that voice in my head was not me. That was not me. That was some echo of the past somewhere. And I would not treat my mom like that. I wouldn't treat my sister like that. My friends, why would I treat myself like that? And so I started saying "I love you" to myself every day. And I did it in the mirror. And I started doing it even when I did not actually believe it. That's a key thing about this also, is the believing it. You don't have to at first. It's okay. In fact, it's probably, if you're really pushing an edge, it's going to be really uncomfortable to say the thing that you like want to be true, right? But you don't feel like it's true yet. There's like still judgments there. It's okay that there's resistance. So what I did is I looked at myself in the mirror every day, and I told myself I loved myself. And I did this for more than a year, every day. And what happened is I amazingly started making better choices in my life. I amazingly lost so much weight without even thinking about it. Not by like focusing and counting all my calories and doing that. Like sometimes I did keep a food diary. Sometimes I did exercise, but I would do it because I was inspired to do it, because I loved my body, because I wanted to do it. I was choosing foods that were better for me because I loved them, because I was telling myself every day. And it was a miracle. I don't know if, you can go back and look at my Facebook timeline if you want to, with photos, but it was just amazing, the transformation that's happened in my body. And also in my life. I'm so much happier and joyful. I come and share that with you. I definitely would not have been making videos like this, years ago. So it's really, really possible to have tremendous change, even just by shifting your words. So that's what I'm wanting you all to check out today. So I have three really simple ways to practice some games in impacting your words, your vocabulary, and how you can play with that in your life. So, also one thing I wanted to just say, they call it spelling for a reason. It's like that Dumbledore was talking about, like the words that we say on a day-to-day basis and a regular basis, they hold so much power. And it's like the thoughts that we think, the words that we're saying, if we're constantly saying, this is too much, or I can't do this, that's creating a block. But if we're still in that feeling of I can't, but we know that part of us at least wants to, and we start reading every single day what it is that we do want, we're going to naturally move towards that and face the resistance and keep on acknowledging the part of ourselves that does want to grow. So my very first game for y'all to play is to create for yourself a daily spell to read. So this could be really long, like a manifesto, like a couple pages that you've really added to, and you say that every day, or it could be just like a little paragraph, a couple sentences, but something that really lights you up, something that you are saying to yourself and that you would say to yourself every day. And so the first game is to actually say it every single day in the mirror. So maybe it is just I love you, or maybe it is some sort of declaration of what it is that you're working towards, or what it is that you stand for, what it is that are your values. You get to create this yourself. So the first game is to create this and say it every single day. And you don't have to say it in the mirror, but hot tip, when you do say it in the mirror, you can see, just like that day for me, you can see exactly what your own reactions are, and that can give you a lot of information about what it is that you're still working through, and like help you with insights on that. So I do recommend, at least doing the mirror every once in a while for a good check-in. But yeah, repeat it every single day and see what happens. Give yourself a week. And I think one of the really important things, actually, I'm going to say that for game number 2. Okay. So the first game, very, very simple. Create a spell to read every day, and then read it every day for a week, and see what happens. I have had really amazing things happen with me in this life. If you want to up the game on it, here's a basic thing you got to do. You not only like write this out once, but you write it out every single day, or maybe multiple times a day. You speak it out loud. You can speak it out loud in front of other people. All of these things up the juice, up the intensity of the words that you're saying, rather than just thinking them in your head. This is really great, particularly if you're shifting a pattern and like having an interrupt of like previous negative thought patterns. It's really great to do it multiple times per day, and add in the writing in particular is really helpful. Okay, so that's game number 1. I hope you guys try that, and I would love for you to let me know how that goes for you. You're welcome to put video comments in my feed, and you're also welcome to send me Facebook messages, or, a lot of us are connected, so shoot me a text or send me an email. You're welcome to do that. I'd love to hear feedback on how your daily spell has impacted your life. So what kind of results did you see from that? Okay, are you guys ready for game number 2? I am. Okay, so game number 2. This is about upgrading the words. So you could choose a particular different system you wanted to study. Maybe you want to look at like conscious language, the logos of now. Maybe you wanted to, look at nonviolent communication. Sorry, I got a little, okay, there we go. Maybe you want to look at like NVC, nonviolent communication. Maybe you just want to add new words to your vocabulary. The most important thing, I think, for people is to keep it really simple. Keep it short and simple. I think that is, when you're integrating new words or new constructs into your life, it's the consistency and the simplicity. So an example of this is, let's say I wanted to be more conscious with my language. An example I've used with a lot of folks before is have people switch from saying I forgot to I remember. And just notice anytime you think I forgot. Because actually what happens when we say we forgot something, like, oh, I forgot my hat. Actually what really happened in that moment is you remembered your hat. You actually remembered it. That's what happened in this now moment. So celebrate that and say, oh, I remembered my hat, and then go and get it. It's a different way of looking at something that happens in our life. And it's really, I've heard reports from clients when they have shifted this, not only did it give them more positivity because they weren't like, oh, I forgot this thing. It was like, oh, I remembered it. They also were having a lot of easier time learning things because it felt more like remembering it than it did like learning it and like struggling to learn it. It was like as if it was like more natural and easy for them. So that's an example of one word that you could switch out from I forgot to I remember. And if you're keeping it short and simple, like you could maybe just switch those words or just notice those words. If you have a little more brain space to play with that, maybe you want to do just a couple words per week or 3 words per week, or maybe 1 word per day to notice. The key, again, is to keep it consistent and keep it really simple. So I hope you all enjoy playing with that one. Let me know what your word upgrades that you have used. Put those in the comments. Anybody who's watching this, whether it's live or not, what are the word upgrades that you've used, shifting from one word to a different kind of word, and what kind of results did you see when you were playing with that and practicing it? I would love to know. That would be awesome if we could have a whole little word vocabulary in the comment section. That would be super rad. Yes, so give that one a try, and the game of words upgrades, give that one a try. Okay, so speaking of words upgrades, this is bringing me to number 3. So I want to talk to you guys. I haven't the past couple videos said much about the cards for connection, which I'm really excited about. I am right now in the pre-crowdfunding phase. We've done 2 printings, and we've nearly sold out. Had just a couple decks left of the positive programming and the games cards. So it's been really successful, had great feedback. I'm so excited about it. And so we're now getting ready to go to print for a big print order, like an actual big one. So I wanted to bring the cards out today just to showcase them a little bit as we're preparing for that. So influenced by all of this, all these different conscious language techniques, neurolinguistic programming, also, nonviolent communication. And then I also do a practice called EFT, Emotional Freedom Technique, tapping. It's also called tapping. And I might know some of y'all from there. Oh, that's so good. It relaxes me when I do it. It's a relaxation technique that uses conscious language, breath, and the body, tapping on the body, to help process emotions and bring a person into a positive and relaxed state. And so I love this work so much, but I noticed that sometimes I needed a little bit of help in thinking about what kind of positive things to say for myself. I was having no problem thinking about the negative things to say, but what is the positive thing to say? And so I made this sweet little deck of cards, positive programming, and each of them just has little positive statements on it to help upgrade your thought patterns. Things like, I honor how challenging this has been for me. I honor how I have learned blank and blank. So they have little fill-in, so it trains your brain to think of the positive things and the benefits that you've gained from whatever situation you've been in. And so for our third game today, what I would love to do, if you type superhero in the comments, I'm going to send you the brand new download. I just made a brand new deck of these cards, but they are superhero themed. Superhero. I'm so excited about it. Your issue is like your kryptonite, right? So it's kind of that kind of theme, but it's positive language and there's superhero thoughts along the journey of being more and more and more your superhero. And so these are super early, y'all. I haven't even done like the editing, like the grammar editing. But I'm just going to send it out and let you guys see it. Anyways, it's just a download. I'll upgrade that download. But I would love to have you all play with them and use them. And let me know which ones really stand out to you, which ones you really like. That will help me in our upcoming printing. And it will help you upgrade your thoughts to superhero thoughts. More ones, just to give you guys a couple examples. If you start from a place of where you're like, I feel really crappy, I'm ready to be a superhero, like, doesn't totally ring true. And so you got to start where you're at. And so with these cards, with this one and the superhero deck, you start at the red of the rainbow and work your way up the rainbow to violet, right? And you just do it, you just pick whichever cards resonate most with you. This one says, I felt really stuck with blank, and I can still take one step at a time. So this has been really great for me when I'm feeling really stuck in a particular area, just giving myself permission to just do it a step at a time. It's kind of like I said that, like, if you had a really conscious parent who was raising you and saying really sweet things to you, that's basically what is on these cards. And the new one that I'll send to you if you put superhero in the comment box. So this is right now when you're watching the video, whether it's live or not. Just put it in there, and we'll go ahead and send you that superhero download so you can check out these cards and play with it, upgrade your thought patterns, and let me know what you think. Excellent. So that was the game number 3. So what I would love to do, if you guys have any, I'm going to scroll back and look at the comments. If you can go ahead and type in, if you have any questions or insights or results that you've seen, go ahead and type those in the comments, and I'm just going to scroll back and see what we've got here. Beautiful. Excellent. Excellent. Well, I'm really glad to have you all with me here today. This has been a really fun, exciting journey to say yes to these Facebook Live videos. A quick reminder, or just a quick update, I guess. I also started a YouTube channel for Cards for Connection, and we don't have any subscribers yet. You're totally welcome to go over there and subscribe to that. That would be super cool. If you want to see these videos on replay and all organized. It'll also have the other things like the superhero cards when that comes out. So you'll be right at the beginning of the new YouTube page. So that's just Cards for Connection on YouTube. Just type it in. And, oh, Yolanda, that's a great question. I do these videos every Thursday at 1 o'clock Central. So that's, yeah, each Thursday. I committed to myself that I would do it through the end of February and just see what the response is. And I've been really having fun with it, y'all. It's a pretty sweet game to, you know, engage with people and, you know, push my skills. So that's 1 o'clock every Thursday, Facebook Live on Erin Hickok's Facebook page. You can also look at the videos if you want to see former ones. They're on my Facebook page, but also be subscribing to the Cards for Connection, because I'm going to actually edit these videos and add slides and stuff, so it'll be nicer for people in the review. It won't be quite so live and webinar-y. Yes. Okay, excellent. Well, I am feeling great. I feel so grateful for all of you who have watched today and all of you who will watch this in the coming future. Please do leave your questions and comments below. I love hearing from you. And y'all, shine on. Keep playing and have a beautiful, beautiful week. We'll see y'all next Thursday at 1. Bye-bye.